Branding, selling authenticity and missing the mark. The new PR-oriented model of branding focuses on the overall image of the company rather than the specific merits of the product. There are 4 types of public relations models. For the purpose of this example, we will be applying the persuasive communication model, which is organizations and companies attempt to persuade an audience or customer to take on a certain point of view. In other words, a company will sell a lifestyle and the value of that lifestyle instead of the product only. For an example of this PR model implementation, its success and its failure, we will look at 2 companies, Old Navy and Victoria's Secret, both advertising the same athleisure using the persuasive communication model. Old Navy's message of "This is us, all bodies are good bodies and real bodies" versus Victoria's Secret's "You could look like us and only one body is good, a fantasy body." Taking into account the women's body positivity movement and real beauty campaigns, looking at the strategies and profits, we can consider that Old Navy has built a strong public relations campaign and Victoria's Secret has missed the mark. Old Navy, a relic in commercial fashion, owned by CB Bank and a value of $4 billion. In 2021, they launched the Body Equality Sizing campaign. This was not just a spurred decision, and to cement that, we have to analyze this campaign by looking at its anatomy. Firstly, the slogan, "We deserve it." This lends to the persuasive communication model, not just selling clothing, but value of oneself. Old Navy wants you to know that in their clothing, you deserve it, whatever it is. The anatomy of a PR campaign goes from the initial research phase, strategy phase, tactics phase, and the evaluation phase. For Old Navy, the initial research phase began when Old Navy, like most companies, saw the plus opportunity, where a multi-billion-dollar consumer base was underserved. Then CEO Sandra Scheigal, realizing this missed opportunity, reportedly said, "Figure out plus" to her team. That became the motto of the strategy of Old Navy, figuring out plus and what plus-size women would want in athleisure and clothing. This led to the tactic phase of Old Navy going above and beyond, finding influencers, actresses, anyone with a social media presence to promote the body equality sizing campaign. This is where we see a shift from common advertising to PR branding and public relations campaign. This leads to record notes of Old Navy presenting and promising sales increase from $7.5 billion in 2020 to around $10 billion by 2023. What went right? Firstly, Old Navy is a women's-led board of directors. They also seem to pay attention to the change in societal beauty standards. This, some might say, could be because of its women's-led team. Old Navy was very clear on the message they wanted to send to their consumers, that all bodies are good bodies and you deserve it. Old Navy's brand became focusing on the lifestyle and values that are now inherent to the brand's image and opposed to the product that they actually manufacture. Old Navy, too, tried to implement the persuasive communication model. Their strategy of selling a fantasy was definitely them once again missing the mark. The tactic of flaunting angels and supermodels and unrealistic body goals and ideals, a company that has struggled to adapt its brand messages and its ads, not realizing that their target audience did not exist anymore. Beyond the president being a sexist misogynist, their show being canceled, and using celebrities like Kendall Jenner, who some may think has a tainted name, Victoria's Secret has seen a sales decline from 7.7 billion in 2015 to just 5.4 billion and dropping. So, what went wrong? In some cases, public relations has begun overtaking advertising as the preferred way of promoting a particular company or product. Victoria's Secret seems to still have been stuck in the promotion of a product wrapped and dispersed in an unrealistic body. Because of the body positivity movement and real beauty standards movement, essentially the abolition of beauty standards, PR branding versus advertising has superseded the commercial industry. Victoria's Secret still seems to sell a product, an advertisement of women and their clothing and products that you can look like them, while companies like Old Navy, Dove, and Athleta have really paid attention to the evolution of the beauty standards and created lifestyle and value of being a woman, of deserving, of having a real body be inherent to their product and their product images. Branding as a new form of communication would be the only way that Victoria's Secret, once they acknowledge this, can return. What I would do if I was asked to create a campaign for them, one would be inclusion. The perfect body and diversity does not have to look one specific way. Your audience and consumer is everyone versus a particular look, one that is manufactured. I would also suggest that they need a big PR model, someone that is very popular in the body plus size community, the body movement community, and the beauty standards community. Inclusion and body positivity is the name of the game. And when more clothing companies realize this and decide to provide for its consumer, they will do nothing but thrive.